We're at Maxwell's here in West Fargo today, and we're gonna make a poached salmon.
Straight out of the Red River. Or not.
I'm Jim Manney.
I'm Nicole Phillips.
And this is Hungry for More. We're here at Maxwell's today in West Fargo, and Chef Mike Wald is going to show us how to make poached salmon.
All right, what is the Maxwell-ific wonderful version of what this is called really is?
Yep, today what we're going to do is one of our most signature dishes here at the restaurant. I get a lot of customers that come in and ask, actually, how do you put together this dish? So I thought for today would be a great way to show the public how that poached salmon is done at the restaurant. And what it is, it's a Atlantic salmon, and it's white wine poached, served over a purple Thai rice with bell pepper rings and a lemon caper artichoke heart cream sauce.
I have tried to make fish dishes before, and I'm thinking the problem that I'm having with making them is that I get my fish directly out of the Red River. Where should people get their fish? How do they pick it out?
Yeah, you know what? Being in North Dakota, you really want to start at the grocery store.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
comedian
it's that
here.
little area in the back of the store where they have like fish.
Ew. Okay, so how do we start?
Yep. First, I'm going to start by showing how to make the rice, which is I call it purple Thai rice because what we're going to do is we're going to take a black Thai rice that you can get at, you'll have to go to a local like Asian specialty market, and you just go in there and you'd be like, I'm looking for a black Thai rice. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix that 50-50 with a white rice, and the black actually comes out and it turns purple.
Purple.
So I get all the customers like, purple rice, how do you make purple rice? Well, we're going to go over that today, and we're going to show you how Maxwell's makes purple rice.
What if I want it turquoise?
You know what? Food dye.
coloring, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
To make our Thai rice, we're going to start off with 1 cup of that black rice that I was talking about, Thai rice, and then 1 cup of white rice, whatever you just decide to
Uncle
use.
Ben's, yep.
Yep, Uncle Ben's. So I'm going to add this to a saucepan, and the ratio is going to be, it's 1 part rice to 1.5 parts water. So if I have 2 cups of rice, I'm going to use 3 cups of water.
Okay, that's
Does that make sense?
higher level math, but yeah, I get where you're going with that.
So 2 cups of rice, 3 cups of cold water. I'm just gonna use my fingers here.
Because you're a chef and it makes you look
Yeah,
cool.
you know, they're clean. And I'm gonna just stir those together, and I'm gonna bring this to a medium heat, and I'm gonna cover it. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of wait and see a little bit of steam action going on in my pan, and then I know that my water's hot and my rice is starting to cook, and at that point I'm going to turn it down. So we're going to use a standard saute pan, and I'm going to start off filling it about 1/4 to halfway full with just some white wine. And this doesn't have to be your Rombauer Chardonnay or anything. I just use a Chablis or a drier kind of white wine.
But it should be a good enough wine that we would drink it, right?
You know,
I'll
because
Yes, you could drink this.
Excellent, perfect.
I have a nose for wine, right?
yeah,
Okay, go on.
well, you know, it's like a little bit for you and a little bit for me. You know?
Yeah, I think it was Julia Childs who said, I love cooking with wine, and sometimes I actually use it in the food.
And then I'm just gonna put some artichoke hearts in here, and you can just buy these at your grocery store in the jar, in the can, already quartered and everything ready to go. And then same with capers.
What are capers?
Capers are a berry that come off of the caper bush. They're very common in Mediterranean cooking.
Okay.
And it's salty, so...
Yeah, well, they're packed in a brine, which is a saltwater solution. So to this dish, we're not going to add any extra salt because of the capers. They're going to give us already all the sodium that we need. And it's also going to give us a little bit of a hint of a lemon flavor, to be exact. So to this mixture, we're going to add our salmon fillet. And I'm going to place this skin side up in our white wine sauce. I'm going to turn this to a medium-high.
What, you said skin side up?
Yep, skin side up.
There's skin on there?
Well, it was the skin side.
Okay. Just
You can tell by there's a little bit of brown coloration where the skin was
that's how I
attached to
can
the
tell.
fish.
Okay.
And when you get it at the grocery store, it usually already comes this way. You can just buy a nice little salmon steak at the grocery store. And I'm going to cover this. Excuse my reach. And I'm going to just go ahead and let the wine come up to a simmer, and I'm just going to poach it off until there's about maybe just a 1/4 inch of wine left into the pan. And at that time, I know that my salmon's pretty much fully cooked, and we can go ahead and start plating from there.
Okay, once again, what does poach it off mean?
Oh,
Poached. It sounds almost dirty, doesn't it?
So right now, this is called shallow poaching, and how we have a liquid that's coming to a simmer here. And what's happening is that with this cover, we're kind of steaming and letting it cook into that liquid, and that's poaching.
So when the liquid actually goes into the salmon, is that what you're saying?
To a certain extent. The salmon's not really absorbing much of the liquid, but the liquid is cooking the salmon through like it would be in an oven.
Okay.
And this is a great technique if you're trying to maybe leave a little fat out of your cooking. And salmon's a fatty fish anyway.
Yep.
Nom 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 nom.
So as you can see here, most of our wine has reduced down to bare minimum. Our salmon should be about medium in temperature. If you want it done just maybe a little bit more, you can go ahead and put it in your oven while we build the sauce. Otherwise, this sauce isn't going to take very long. And I'm going to turn the heat up on high. I'm going to add a little bit of cream. That's the French in me.
You're not French.
Yeah. Now I'm going to bring this to a simmer. I'm going to add a little bit of parsley for garnish. I don't need to add any salt because I already have the salt in there from the capers, from the brine. I'm going to let this come to a boil, and then I'm going to add some pats of butter to kind of tie the dish together, tie the sauce together.
All right, that looks really good.
So now you put 2 to 3 pats of butter in this?
Yeah, I put 3 pats of butter into my sauce, and I'm just going to control my temperature so it doesn't boil over. And what's going to happen is that cold butter is going to mix in with that warm cream, and it's going to just pull everything together, and it's going to bind it all into just one nice sauce. And, it's just,
Cream and
and this will
butter.
just take just a minute.
What could be better, Jim?
I know.
Cream and butter.
Cream and butter. And this is going to just take a minute. So while I'm waiting for the sauce to finish, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start building my plate, or else you can start setting the table with your rice and your bell peppers and your fish. Okay, so to finish our dish, we're going to take our rice.
It's purple!
And it's purple, huh? Imagine that.
Kids will love that.
I was going to say you could probably get your kids to eat that because it's, although kids eat rice anyway.
Purple rice. And as far as whatever you use for vegetables, you can use asparagus. I like to use bell pepper rings, Brussels sprouts, wilted spinach. Today we're just going to use bell pepper rings. That's what we use for the restaurant. I'm going to set my my poached salmon right on top. It's got a little bit of those caper berries on there.
I could eat 5 of those right now. That looks so good.
5 caper berries? They're little. That's okay.
Then I'm going to take my artichoke hearts.
Oh, I love artichoke hearts.
Yeah.
And, you know, being in the sauce, now they're really super tender. And I'm just going to let a lot of this sauce just kind of drizzle right over the fish.
Looks like artwork.
It is artwork. It's your own artwork. Well, he never says I'm cooking this. He says I'm building.
I'm building, I'm creating, right?
Yes.
It's not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself.
You know, it's funny, you lay this out and it looks so beautiful on this plate, and I do it, it looks like it was shot out of a cannon.
Well, that's just your style.
And I get paid for it.
It looks
Chef Mike Wald from Maxwell's in West Fargo, thank you so much for being with us today. I'm Nicole Phillips.
I'm Jim Manney.
And looking at this, doesn't this just make you
Hungry for more.